Annual Dollar Tree, back to school shopping. Let's see what great things we can find. I grabbed a cart and took a deep breath. There's so much in here that looks useful. But I've been burned before, and I was determined this trip would be different. I wasn't just shopping, I was strategizing. What would future me thank me for come February? First up, these scissors. I actually have a couple of them, and they are sturdy, cut well, and they really last. They are, well, I'm more than worth the $1.25 that I paid for them. And right next to them are these clipboards. They're so sturdy, they're wooden, and they have stood the test of time. They're so well worth it. If you don't already have a class set of these, they are a must get. Now I was almost sidetracked by these adorable tissues, but upon thinking about it, I know that inside the tissues will probably rip my students' noses right off, so back on the shelf they went. Next up, I included some of these. Honestly, they hold up for years, and I love them because they not only fit a full pack of 24 crayons, they also fit playing cards, and I also love them for inside recess games. I use the cards like these, and it's so nice that they can go in a bin. I can put a label on them, and then we don't have to deal with the boxes anymore. If you've been on my channel before, then you know that I love using hand sanitizer as restroom passes, and the best place to get them, I think, is Dollar Tree. Don't forget to use the little rubber band trick that you can see in the video here to help kids save on sanitizer and make it last all year. Next up are these whiteboard erasers. I give one to each kiddo. I love that I can just throw them in the wash and that they're colorful and they work really well. They are a must-have. At this point, my cart was getting full. I had real useful stuff, things that would last, and therefore I told myself I don't need the impulse section. I'm doing great, stay strong. And then I turned the corner. Seasonal everything. Birthday balloons, tiny party favors, rainbow erasers, and I almost gave in. But I took a deep breath, reminded myself, what can I buy that adds magic and lasts? And that's when I spotted my trusty old whiteboard erasers. Now, maybe it's from my days of doing summer camps, but I love having a recess bag. And in that recess bag, I love to use these little first aid kits. Look how cute it is. It includes so much. And I like to also use these little mini tissues because you never know when a kiddo is going to need a tissue, and it's so great to have. You get a whole bunch for just $1. And do I use these sand timers at home with my kids to help them brush their teeth? They are also great for students that need a visual for these small amount of times. Usually I can find a 2-minute one and a 5-minute one. I was almost ready to check out, but then I decided to scan one last aisle. I talked a little bit about this in my How to Build a Classroom Library on a Budget, but Dollar Tree is also a great place to get books. Do look at them because some of their bindings are not always the best, but I always find a treasure in there, and it's always worth taking a look. Last up are these little trays I love for just doing little art projects and things where you have maybe something rolling around and you need little dividers. They are perfect for that as well as for small groups. Okay, last but not least, I didn't show this in the store, but then I started to think about it and I wanted to show it to you guys. So I got these. Look how pretty they are. And I was thinking that they would make really good gifts for your teacher team. So they're wrapped and they just have like a lot of different pretty colors in them. So that's a bonus item that I also added to my cart for teacher gifts. So I made it. 10 items, all within budget, all tested by a teacher who's tired of replacing things halfway through the year. And to be honest, things that I know that I will actually use. And looking at my cart and thinking it's full of things I wish I'd known about sooner. Not just cute supplies and school supplies, but reliable things I actually need. Things that will actually survive a school year. And if I would have had these back then, I would have spent less time fixing and replacing and more time actually being able to teach or enjoy my planning period. It's a small shift, but it adds up. All those wasted planning periods, giving me more energy to show up for my students instead of chasing down another replacement bin again. And if you're looking for inexpensive ways
to build your classroom library, you'll want to watch this video here where I'm talking about 5 inexpensive ways to get more books. See you guys next time.